Sorry about that. I totally forgot to hit record. But yes, Gordon said that if he had any superpower, it would be to camp all the time. Susie?
Good morning. I am Susie O'Brien, also Regional Outreach Coordinator with Yuma La Paz and Mojave. My superpower would be, I might join Gordon camping. I like to camp, or fishing. Thank you. Welcome, everybody.
Thanks, Susie. How about you, Lisa?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lisa Cobb. I'm one of the Regional Outreach Coordinators for the Maricopa County area. And if I had a superpower, it would be probably like telepathy or, like one of the superheroes or something like that, so that I could read minds and know what people are thinking. So I know how to, I don't know.
I don't know if I would like that one.
I know I'd probably get tired of it after a while. I definitely don't think I'd like tent camping. So,
how about you, Christine?
Good morning, everyone. Christine Nishimura. I serve the Southeast Arizona area, so Cochise, Pima, and Santa Cruz counties, the Pascua Yaqui tribe, and the Tohono O'odham Nation. And my superpower would be healing. Too many friends end up sick lately, so healing would be it.
That's a great one. Thanks, Christine. So Tammy's not here with us today, but Tammy Lee is one of the regional outreach coordinators, and she serves Coconino, Gila, and Yavapai counties, and also the Hualapai tribe. Reva, how about you?
Veronica, Reva had tech issues and she got knocked off.
Okay, yes, I know that she lives in Joseph City, so lots of tech issues. Okay, so Reva Haydukovich is one of our regional outreach coordinators, and she serves Navajo and Apache County, as well as the Navajo Nation and White Mountain Apache tribe. And so I'm Veronica Hernandez, and I am the regional manager for scholar engagement, and I work with all of the IAHEs and the scholarship program, and I'm also a regional outreach coordinator for Graham Greenlee and San Carlos Apache. And if I had any superpower, it would be to, what is it, like transport? What is that thing called? Where like I can just like snap my finger and I'm there. Teleport. Yes, I would teleport, because then I would go to like Paris and then like have lunch in Rome or something, and I could just teleport. And I can see my kids. I have 2 stepdaughters that don't live near me, and I can just snap my fingers and go see them whenever I want. So I would teleport. Mark, what about you?
Hi, all. I'm Mark Becker, the director of the registry and associate director over education at PBS. And I think if I wanted a superpower, it would be to be able to jump really high.
Thanks, Mark. All right, so now it's all of your turn. So if you just joined us, we are saying our first name, and then we're also stating what superpower, if we can have any, what would it be? So I'm just going to go down the list as I see it. So I have a Cheyenne who is on my list first.
Hello, my name's Cheyenne Ackman. If I had a superpower, I think I would choose to fly. Kind of like teleporting. I think it would be convenient to just fly around and get to where I need to go.
That would be cool. Yeah, I'll meet you there. I may be there before you, but I'll meet you there. Thank you, Cheyenne. Claudia?
Hello, my name is Claudia Olalde, and I'm thinking of a superpower, and I would like to be a peacemaker, just go around the world and just talk about peace and, share that and just give that to people. So that would be my superpower.
That's awesome. Thank you, Claudia. And I have a Francine.
Hi, my name is Francine Honey. Guess if I could have a superpower, it would be to read people's minds. Because a lot of people I know have a lot of things on their mind, but they don't say it. That would be mine.
That is very true. And I can also see that with children too. So sometimes just wanting to know what they're thinking and how they're feeling, and sometimes they're not able to express it. So I can see that definitely being a superpower. So thank you, Francine. Heather?
Hi, my name is Sybil. Superpower would be teleportation. Just, getting to all the things I need to get to fast, which then means maybe I can get to do more fun things.
Thank you, Sybil. And then I have someone, Heather.
Hi, my name is Heather, and my superpower would be happiness. Wherever I go, everybody would feel happy and joy and safe and comfortable. And I think it'd make a lot of difference around the places I go.
Thank you, Heather. Jennifer?
Mine's a little more selfish. My superpower would be to do all of my work from the beach.
Oh my gosh, that would be
And
awesome.
that would make everybody happy too.
That would be awesome. Thank you. Jessica? We have a Jessica Covarrubias.
Yes. Hi, good morning. My name's Jessica, and the superpower would probably be strength. Like, I would like to be super strong and just kind of tackle like all those fitness challenges and stuff like that that you see out there. And then also to just have fun with the kids on the playground, spinning them around and stuff like that, just giving them that opportunity to being the superheroes that they are.
That's awesome. Strength. I just want to be able to open a jar of salsa on my own, like one of those. All right. Jessica, I have another Jessica. It just says Jessica's iPhone. I'm not sure who that is.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jessica Darling. And sorry, I'm in the car right now. My superpower would be honesty, on truth, to allow people just to speak their truth and be honest.
Thank you, Jessica. Rebecca Gonzalez.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Gonzalez. My superpower would probably be telekinesis, move things with my mind. I think that'd be cool.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that would be cool. You can like totally psych people out. And Sam?
Hi, hello. My name is Samantha, and I was thinking about a superpower, and it will be so cool to be the cleaning lady. Just with a touch of your finger, everything is clean again. So that'll be a superpower for me.
That would be awesome. Yes, I definitely need that too. Tracy?
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Tracy Mays. Superpowers. Let's go with rejuvenate and repair of the earth. So I could snap my fingers and crops would be restored. Water would go where they need to go. Wind would die down in Springerville for a day. And yeah, let's do that one. We've done a lot of damage. So let's do rejuvenate and repair.
That's pretty awesome. I've never heard that one before, so that is pretty cool. Thank you. We have a Zaza.
Hi. Well, I hope I have the background, but anyways, I worked on it. Oh, good. My superpower, really, I think it will be to help mankind know that we don't have to do so much. I think since COVID, I just realized the world can still go around if we just stop thinking we have to be so busy that we forget what it is to be humane. That would be my superpower.
Yes, thank you. I think we all need that reminder sometimes. Yeah, we try to be superhuman, so having that superpower would be awesome.
It'd be very, very awesome.
Isidro.
Hey,
Isidro,
sorry about that.
it's okay.
So my name's Isidro Holmes. If I had a superpower, it would be to teleport because I feel like I always want to be at two places at the same time. So it would be nice to just like be at one place for a little bit and then, you know, quickly go to the next.
Yeah, that's
My
mine
power
too.
will help you, Isidro.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And I think we had Laura join us, and I think that was it. Laura?
Tiffany's trying to get in.
Oh, she's trying to get in again. Okay.
I'm here. I'm Laura, and I think mine would be to alter people's mind, to bring them mindfulness and just peace.
That's a good one. So not read their mind, but alter their mind. So kind of calm them. That's a good one. Thank you guys so much for being open to this icebreaker activity. I love to do this activity because it is a nice icebreaker. But the reason why I relate it to early childhood is not only do children see us as their superheroes, right? They see us that we can do anything, we could do no wrong. They look up to us, we're their models. But I am a huge like neuroscience nerd, and we do have a superpower that is probably the most powerful thing that you can think of. We have the ability to change brain chemistry. We have the ability to not only change the molecular structure of a brain, but we also have the ability to change DNA in a child. So that is a huge superpower. And I don't think early childhood professionals get credit enough with the ability that they have. So that, so we are superheroes. We really are. I've seen those shirts before that says like, what's your superpower? I'm a teacher. What's your superpower? I want to get one that says, I change brain chemistry in children's brains. What's your superpower? Right. So it's just, I think that just knowing that and knowing how important the role is of an early childhood professional is so important and it is so crucial. So I admire all of you for what you do, and you guys don't get thanked nearly enough as you should. So on behalf of our team, thank you. So the next thing, all right, so these are our objectives that we're going to go through today. So I hope all of you received the meeting minutes. If you haven't, or you don't have no idea what I'm talking about, or you've lost them or can't access them because you're on your phone, what I did was I went ahead and I posted them to the chat. So you can actually access the file through the chat just by clicking on it, and you can see the meeting minutes. Then we're going to review our SOARR action guide. This was emailed to you a couple of months ago after our first meeting. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Then we're going to hear your voice. We're going to talk about a proposed change that we are thinking about in regards to the scholarship application, and we want to really hear your feedback. So if you feel strongly about something, if you're just not sure, or if you have something to say, feel free to raise your hand, speak up, or put it in the chat. And then we're going to watch a video and have a brainstorm about outreach, because the intent of today's meeting is to really talk about outreach and how we can get the word out to people who are interested, who are maybe in the field and don't know about the scholarship, or maybe they're thinking about getting in the field and aren't aware of the scholarship opportunity. So we're going to think about outreach and what we can do. Then we have a few updates and announcements for all of you. We'll talk about next steps. And then at the last, we'll answer some questions. Okay. So if you would like, go ahead and open the meeting minutes and we can talk about it. But for those of you who attended, or those of you who watched the video because you couldn't attend, We just want to get your thoughts about, was there anything from the last meeting that stood out to you? Or were there any lingering questions or maybe thoughts that you had from the last meeting that you want to bring up today? So last meeting, we really focused on, we went over the scholarship overview. So let me ask you really quickly, from the scholarship overview, is there any questions that you guys have in regards to the scholarship? Like, I really don't understand this part about eligibility, or I really don't understand, you know, credits or what the scholarship pays for. Are there any questions in regards to the scholarship?
I actually have a question.
Yeah.
So with the scholarship, if I were to decide to skip a semester, how would that affect the scholarship? Could I do that?
So Rebecca, let me ask you, are you for an associate or a bachelor's?
Associate.
Associate, okay. Yes, you can. We understand that life does happen and sometimes we just need a break. Or, you know, you just, for whatever reason, yes, you can skip a semester, but then when you come back, you'll just apply like you normally do. Yes. Great question. Thanks,
Okay,
Rebecca.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Would
Anything
it be
else?
the same thing for bachelors too?
With bachelor's, you can skip a semester. Because of the limited amount of bachelors that we have, we really work one-on-one because we have the ability to with bachelors. So with that one, because it is regional funding and there's only a limited amount, we just ask that you keep in contact with us. So that way we do hold that spot, but you can only miss 2 semesters consecutively. So if you miss more than that, we'll have to reach out to you or have to put you back on a waiting list. But yes, you can, as long as you are in contact with us and keep us up to date. Yes.
Well, I've been
Ma'am,
missing.
yeah, go ahead, Tessa.
No, say I've been missing, but unfortunately, nobody reached out to me, at least that I know of. And maybe it's because I'm on the borrowed bachelor's scholarship because my region is not sponsoring, and I'm doing the volunteering. I don't know, but I've missed a few semesters just because I lost my son. But yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zaza. Yeah, that's, you know, I mean, first, I'm sorry for your loss, but we definitely do understand that things happen, right? And this is going to school and getting your education is important, but sometimes we just need a break, and so we understand that. So we always just keep in contact with us, and
Definitely.
we're very flexible. So yes. Okay.
Can I jump in really quick? And Francine, when you're ready, just reach out and get a hold of them. You'd be amazed on how much they're willing to work with us if they know what's going on. So I know that you said you missed a few semesters. When you're ready, just reach out to them. And I have all the faith in the world that they will do everything they can to get you back in school. So that's all.
Thank you for that, Tracy. Yeah, we have a great team. We really do, and we really believe in customer service, and we're there to help you and support you as best as we can. So, thank you. All right. So, if anything comes up, feel free to use the chat, and then we'll respond in a little bit. The next thing that I also wanted to go through, and I also posted this in the chat, was our action guide. You should have received this during your follow-up email after the first SOARR session meeting. We wanted all of you to know that your thoughts, your voice is being heard. We don't want you to feel that you come to this meeting and then it's kind of like an engagement thing and then we don't do anything after. We wanted you to know that we truly believe in our collaboration together. So we created this SOARR action guide discussion. So as we go through our meetings throughout the rest of the year, we are going to take notes of everything that we talk about with you, and when you have ideas and suggestions. And we're going to, and also your successes as well. So just as Tracy mentioned, you know, she had a very nice compliment to give us about our team. So we can
Oh, okay.
talk about those successes
It's
as
coming
well.
now.
So we will continue to update this as we continue to move forward, so that way you can see the different actions that we discussed, any barriers, and then what are we doing to resolve those issues. We are trying really hard but to be honest, there are going to be some things that we just have no control over. For example, last meeting, we did discuss the inability for our scholarship to pay for DACA students. We want to help DACA, we really do. But as the admin home of the grant, our hands are tied because it is state funding. So what we did was I attended a meeting with all of the IHEs, which stands for Institutes of Higher Education. And I brought this up to them and I said, you know, this is a real concern in our state. And when we had our SOARR meeting, our members were also concerned about this and they brought this up. So even though we don't have control over our ability to fund them, we do have control over finding resources for these students. And how can we get the word out to these students that there are resources available to them? So I know like a few months ago, Lisa Cobb had sent about the Arizona Community Foundation, a resource filled with scholarship opportunities. I mean, there are pages and pages of different scholarships that are available for a variety of different educational fields. And as I was looking through that, I noticed that there was at least 2 or 3 scholarships available just for DACA students. So I was really excited about that. And I brought it back to the Institutes of Higher Ed. And I put this on our discussion guide. And I also put a link on there. And we really ask all of you, since this was a concern, is if you know anyone or you have contacts with directors, with academic advisors, colleges, whoever, send them this link and share the information with them and say, there are resources available. It may not be with the First Things First College Scholarship, but as a SOARR member, we are really working together to find resources for all early childhood professionals, right? So this is what this guide is. I did attach it to the chat. After this meeting, I will update it again, and then we will resend it out to all of you so you can continue to have an updated guide. But just based off this conversation and looking at the guide that I attached to the chat, are there any questions or anything that you have after reviewing this? Or is there anything that I missed? Like we discussed it last meeting and I really missed it here on the guide. I'm really curious to hear your feedback.
So this is unrelated, but I was just wondering, what are DACA students? What is?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Thank you, Tiffany. DACA, they're dreamers. They're the students who are don't have citizenship, and I think they were brought here. Like let's say their parents were from Mexico. They were brought here at a very young age, and so they've lived here like all of their lives, but they're not afforded the same I've lost for words, the same benefits that citizens do because they're not a citizen. So we can't fund them with the scholarship. There's certain things that they also can't receive. So, but they are a huge part of our early childhood workforce, especially in some regions. You know, I could probably think of like Yuma. I don't know, Susie, you could correct me if I'm wrong. There's probably several DACA students there, maybe some more of the other southern regions as well. So great question, Tiffany.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Veronica, I just want to share that the Washington School District, the Head Start program has some DACA students too. So they're everywhere, like you said.
Everywhere, yeah. So yeah, so share this. So it's attached here, but like I said, we're going to send you an updated one. So I encourage you to just, when you receive it again, just to really look at it, reflect on it, and always feel free to email us. You can email your lead regional coordinator, email them. And then we're also going to talk about the Google Drive in a little bit, and that'll be your chance to also add things to it as well. So we'll get to that point in a little bit. Okay, so now we want to hear from all of you. All right. So we definitely want to hear your voice on this one. So speak up, say it in the chat. Susie, can you, on this part, if they do enter anything in the chat, can you go ahead and interject for me and ask those questions? Because this is going to be like one of those
maybe
dialogue
4 feet the closest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how many of you have applied
So
for a
far.
job before?
Doing okay?
You can, yep. Or you can give a thumbs
Somebody
up
went
on the
over
little
the-
emojis.
He went
Or
over the green?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure all of us have, right?
I have a hard
Okay.
time seeing tomorrow.
So
But somebody went over that.
if you're not on mute, if you could please mute yourself. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Okay. So typically when you apply for a job, you go on, and if it's online, you go online and you complete an online application, right? And then at the very bottom of an online application, it asks you to upload a resume, a cover letter, anything to showcase your expertise, your experience, and things like that. So you also have the ability to save your application and come back later. Let's say you're like, okay, I applied, but I really need to work on my resume. I need to work on a cover letter. So then you can log back in, upload that when you're ready, and then hit submit. And then you just kind of wait to see whether they call you or not. Okay. Right now with our scholarship, the way that it is you apply for the scholarship first, and then you have up to 45 days to then submit all of your documents. We never ask that you take 45 days, but after 45 days, you're automatically denied. So what we're seeing is we have a lot of applications that remain in pending status and then automatically just get denied. So we have like this huge long list of applicants. And it's very time consuming, and it's just, so what we were thinking was, why not make the scholarship application like a job application, where you go on, you fill out the scholarship application online like you normally would, but at the very bottom, you have the ability to save your application to come back later, and to upload all of those required documents right then and there, and then you submit your scholarship application. So this would allow you to know, like, I got everything I need, everything's already submitted, and I don't have to remember to come back and resubmit. Now, this is something that we are just talking about. This is just a talking about stage. We don't even know if we have the functionality built that can be built in the system. That's something we have to talk to our developer about. But before we talk to our developer about it, we wanted to hear your thoughts, because all of you or most of you have applied for the scholarship before. And we want to know if you see any potential barriers, any challenges, or if you think that this is just a great idea. So I'm going to give you all the floor.
Great idea.
And why do you say it's a great idea? It was that Zaza?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, because I think if I'm really interested in applying for the scholarship, I'm going to get the documents and come back. And usually when I get the idea, oh my gosh, let me start this application process, I'm not necessarily sure all that's needed, or I may not have everything right there and then. So it would really be great to be able to save it. That's one. And two, because of the work that we even do, being able to save the application and come back to it is so awesome. not to feel like you're going to have to come back and redo the whole thing again. And also, I think it puts the responsibility on the applicant to gather the information and then come and submit. Then oh wow, I still haven't submitted for the application, because at the end of the day, there's no way you're going to get approved unless you submit the documents. So it's not like, not being able to submit the application is doing any harm, besides the fact that now you can save it, make sure that you got it all you need, and then come back and upload it and then submit. I know I have hoped that existed when I was going through, especially as a director. I'm trying to do for different staff. And like I said, just that ability is, to me, is great.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Isidro, I see that you have your hand up. Is there something you'd like to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I do that anyways. Like, I'll make sure I have all of my documents in order before I even go and apply, because it's so easy to, exactly what you said, like apply for the scholarship and then forget to go back, or it takes you a little bit longer. So knowing ahead of time, like that's what I do personally anyways, is I get all my things together and then I apply, put all my upload everything and then submit. And so having everybody do that, I think that would help with the 45-day or the long pending thing that happens with you all.
Thank you, Isidro. Like, my nerd brain is like thinking like, and I don't even know if this is possible. And yeah, so is like, if you select that you are applying for a CDA, then at the way bottom, the only options would be what is required for that CDA, like the documents to upload. Like, so there's some parameters set, so I could just see this, but I don't know if that's even possible. So Mark is probably shaking his head like, Veronica, just
There's one more thing too, is that having it all in one spot too. You have to click on request, and then you have to go into your profile. Some people don't know that part, and so it would eliminate that as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's our goal, right? Our goal is not to put more stress on applicants or scholars. Our goal is to simplify things, but also I feel like it would speed up the process for the admin home as well, and enable us to process and approve scholarships quicker as well. So.
And Veronica,
Absolutely agree with you right there, Veronica, because it would absolutely agree with you. Eliminating those loose ends at your end of it and our end of it, and putting in a complete package opens up a lot of things, but it opens up that time and that space. You said pages and pages of incomplete, I can't do anything until this is complete. Things just really add to the stress and the inability to submit these things in full and have them processed efficiently. So yes, I completely agree. We want to eliminate that. We want to make this process easier, more available, and complete packages are so much better than loose ends. So yes.
And I also just wanted to add that once we forget to go back and submit the documents and get the denial, some people, that's just a big thing. And that's, if you like me, who takes a minute to get over a denial, then it may just be that thing. So I think not even going down that path of being denied. I mean, I know I will talk to teachers, did you put the application? Oh yeah, they denied me. Or why did they deny you? I don't know. They sent me a denial, So suddenly that's like a big, comment dire, a closed door for them, as opposed to an opportunity, or the fact that they didn't upload some documents, So it will just be that great, yeah.
Right. Sybil,
Monica,
I
would
see your
it
hand is
show?
up. I'm sorry.
Is it me? If this goes through, would it show on your end pending applicants, or something to where you can anticipate the number of potential scholars on the application? So nothing is just like, well, we're waiting on your end. Well, we're waiting. We're not sure how many, but something that would show the numbers to what you can anticipate the scholars of being per semester, like in a pending state on your end as well?
Yeah, so that's kind of, we'd have to think all that through, but yes, we, because we're in the process of working something similar with bonus, but yeah, so they would just go to a different, like a pending status, I guess, or so that way we wouldn't even, we would know, like, don't even look at that because they're not completed yet. They don't have the documents. They're in a safe status.
And to that point, Veronica, this is Susie. Jessica in chat also agrees, says it seems very easy to follow and hopefully that it would expedite the process.
Okay, thank you, Susie.
Uh-huh.
All right, Sybil, did you have something to say? I see your hand is raised.
Yeah, just some of the challenges for using when we were using this program before. People come into the field at all different parts of their life. So going to hunt down an official college transcript was probably the longest turnaround. And it's really out of their hands because if they've gone, you know, to college 10, 15 years ago, they're having to go find all of that. And then the return of whoever was approving was very long. I mean, this was a couple years ago, so hopefully the process has gotten longer. And then, you know, the next thing comes up. I mean, early childhood educators are, you know, creating their own curriculums, running their classroom, going to school, doing all of the, you know, work stuff. So as the more streamlined it can be is better, but also with job applications, the person that's hiring kind of meets them, you know, in a certain place as well. So having the support on both sides, not making it, you know, all on one shoulder or all on the other would be really great. Maybe follow up for those ones that are pending to see why they're pending. I know for me, supporting my staff and encouraging them to do it was a lot of work because they either would not feel like they deserved it, or it would take too much time, or they would get intimidated, or like someone said, the denial letter, and then they would just not pursue it because they got denied. And, you know, so kind of taking those into consideration as well.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sybil. Anyone else? Well, I really thank you all for your feedback. This was very helpful. I was really unsure how this was going to go. I didn't know if it would be, you know, welcomed or, but so this is exciting, and stay tuned for more information later. Like I said, we're not even sure if we can do it in regards to the build. We'll have to talk to our developer, but it's pretty exciting. So thank you for all of that. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on. All right, so I have a video to show all of you. When I shared my screen, I didn't share computer sound. So let's see. Sorry, everyone. I'm trying to. Can everyone hear that?
Yes, yes.
The social challenges that face modern societies, whether it's the ability to work productively, to be a good citizen, stay healthy, have their roots in early health and development. A strong foundation in early childhood results in much better and more effective development later. A weak foundation really puts us behind. The most important thing children need to thrive is to live in an environment of relationships that begins in their family, but also extends out to include adults who are family members in child care centers and other programs. What children need is for that entire environment of relationships to be invested in their healthy development. We've shown from decades of testing interventions that we can improve outcomes. But the magnitude of those impacts is not good enough. Science is now available to help us think about what we might do that would have a bigger impact than the best of what we've done before. So we began to ask, what could we be doing differently? What could we do to be smarter? Children who are at the greatest risk for the poorest outcomes in learning and health and behavior are children who experience a pileup, a cumulative burden of one after another of risk factors. And then the burden is more than any child could be expected to overcome. So we began to focus on the development of the adults. What could we be doing to strengthen the capacity of everyone who interacts with children? This led us to think about the kinds of skills you need to deal with adversity. These skills of focusing attention, planning, monitoring, delaying gratification, being able to solve problems, being able to work in teams, executive function and self-regulation. They're also the kind of skills you need to create a well-regulated home and school environment in which healthy development and learning can take place. And then brain science started to tell us that differences in those skills start to develop in infancy based on the environment kids live in. So how do those skills get built? Well, if you don't develop them early, how do you develop them later? Actually, you can build them later because the period of flexibility and plasticity for this part of the brain doesn't fully mature until age 25 to 30. And then the light bulb went on. The reason we're not getting a bigger impact is not because we don't know about how to influence development, but because we're giving information and advice to people who we need to do active skill building with. Skill building by coaching, by training, by practice, but we're not doing that. So we now have developed this theory of change that says we need to focus on the development of the adults who are important in kids' lives.
So try this.
How does that work?
That's a new idea. Buen trabajo.
We need to focus on their skills, their needs, in order for them to be better, more effective parents, in order for them to be better prepared to be employable, which would enhance the economic stability of the family, which is also good for children. Second of all, we looked at many people in preschool programs and child care centers. And we said, what are we doing to build those skills in the providers? They need skill building as well. And also the community can help to build and reinforce the capacities that parents need. And the community also includes programs in which the people who work in the programs have sufficient skills. Third of all, what are the major sources of toxic stress in this community and how can we reduce them? Moving it up to a policy level, how are our policies strengthening communities' abilities to reduce source of toxic stress and caregivers' abilities to provide what kids need? The development of our human capital is our future. The development of a productive workforce is our future. The development of a healthy population is our future. This kind of future orientation is critical for healthy society. It's critical for a thriving business. It's critical for successful environmental relationships to raise children. It's all about being able to plan for the future, to have a future. And that's why this is so important.
Okay, I love that video. It really does speak very widely about early childhood providers and the work that we do, right? And the children in our classrooms, we know that a lot of them do experience a lot of toxic stress in the home for whatever, what's going on. And when they come to the classroom, they bring all of those stressors and with them. And so that's one of the reasons why early childhood education is so important. And this is why the scholarship opportunity and being able to share the information with other potential scholars is so important, was because we want early childhood professionals not only to view themselves as professionals, but also theory of change, right? So the more research shows that the more education, training, experience that early childhood providers have, the better equipped they are to be able to deal with some of these challenges. So that's why I wanted to show you that video of just how important it is, this opportunity. So the next piece is our brainstorm session. So with this, I wanted to show, this is just BA's scholarships, and I updated it last month, so it's probably, the numbers are a little off, but not by much. So as of spring 2021, this is what our bachelor scholarships looked like in regards to how many we have and how many are still available. So even though we want all of you to help us with outreach for associate and CDA level scholarships, we also want you to spread the word too about our BA scholarships. So the difference between the associate and the bachelor's is the bachelor's are regionally funded. So someone mentioned earlier that she is, I think it was you, Zaza, that I think you are going for your bachelor's, but your region doesn't fund it. We always invite you to share information with your local regional council and advocate for bachelor degrees. But these are currently all of the regions that do fund bachelor level degrees. So you'll see in some of the regions, there's still quite a bit of scholarships available that scholars can use. So for instance, the Navajo Nation still has 16 scholarships that are available for bachelor level. Southeast Maricopa still has quite a bit as well. And I actually think they have a little more than 12 right now, just because there was a couple of people that didn't come back, that are not going to come back in the summer. So we have more also in Coconino. And I know that there's also a couple of regions that also are going to, that have added scholarships for the next fiscal year. And this isn't reflective of that. So as you look at these numbers, I want us to do some brainstorming. And I'm going to share the Jamboard. Okay, so similar to what we did last time is I want you all to give me your feedback, and I'm just going to type away and give me how can you help us with outreach? Like, what are some things you can do to help spread the word about the scholarship? So just say it out loud if you'd like.
I was thinking about holding maybe like a family night at my school and making the resources available for parents or families who might be interested.
Okay.
And Veronica, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Susie.
You have a couple in chat also, talking points that they can have with them as they're promoting the scholarship.
Yes, we do. I know we have talking points for the registry, but that is a great suggestion for the scholarship. So yes, let's think about that a little bit more. Okay. Anything else?
You have one more in chat, reaching out to directors of programs to see if they have any employees.
For those of you who are currently in school, I mean, are there any groups that you're part of, like any early childhood groups, like Ed Rising or anything like that, that maybe you can share information with, or?
What about with like high school, just because like graduates from high school and they kind of get into like being a nanny or being in the childcare field. So giving them that advantage before they actually get into the field.
Okay, yes.
I know that as a director, whenever I am hiring someone who does not have a CDA or higher, for instance, I bring that up, of course you will be hired, but the commitment is that you will be pursuing your education. And of course, I bring the fact that it will be free of charge with a scholarship and all of that. And that, there are also not just being a teacher, but other related fields that are funded. So that's one way, of course, that we can encourage directors to do, because that's where we're going. And now, of course, that I partnered with the City of Phoenix Head Start, CDAs are required. Little did I know it will be something I would really be having to share. So.
Okay, thank you, Zaza. All right, Isidro, I see you have your hand up.
Yeah, excuse me. I was going to say that teaming up with also the Southern Arizona AEYC and Arizona, because they sometimes will have funding or some grants for specifically students. And so like right now, every month we're having a student session, and we just want students to get in. And when they do attend those things, I always make it a point to tell them about the scholarship. And so maybe teaming up with those organizations and seeing if we can do, some kind of outreach for students.
Okay, thank you.
Can I talk?
Yeah.
Does scholarship provide the brochure so that the scholar like me, I can pass the brochure or put in the front desk in the school or handing to the like my coworker?
Okay.
So this is the way that we can promote the scholarship to the school, that the place that we work. So
Okay.
you can get some to give to the parent as well.
Perfect, thank you. I really like the idea of a brochure, like a trifold, something small, or even like a little rack card where you can just easily pass out rather than a flyer. I really like that idea. Thank you.
Yeah, because I have one of my coworker at the school. She doesn't know this scholarship before, so she studied in ASU, and I just promote and ask her that she know that one, and I just give her the website. But that would be great if we have a brochure and pass and put on the workplace or the classroom, so we can pass to the parent, or maybe give to the whoever at the workplace.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So
you're welcome.
If you continue to have ideas, all of you, we have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to continue to move forward so I can go through the updates. Just type them in the chat because we do save the chat feature. So if you didn't get to share your voice with us, please put it in the chat where it will save it, and then I'll add it to the Jamboard and we'll send that out to all of you. Okay. Thank you. Okay, a few updates and announcements. Scholarship application is currently open right now for, oh my gosh, I put spring 2021, for summer and for fall 2021. So we are currently open right now and taking applications. So if you haven't applied, you can do that now. If you know of anyone that's interested, let them know that we are currently open, and we will stay open for quite a while. So I get that common question, like when is the end date for the scholarship? We really don't have like an end date. It's typically whenever your school, your classes start. So that's kind of what the timeline you have to pay attention to. We do have new registry and scholarship flyers that were created to reflect our new logo. So we'll send those out to you so you have the new updated registry and scholarship flyers. We also have a new bachelor degree flyer, which is all new. We'll send that out to you as well. Our bonus period is open, so you can actually apply for a milestone bonus if you've completed a milestone in either summer 2020, fall of 2020, or spring of 2021. That does close on the 28th by noon. And so we will no longer accept any bonus applications after that date because we have to make sure that they're approved and checks are sent out before the fiscal year ends. This is our Google folder and our YouTube channel. So all of our meetings we're going to place on the YouTube channel rather than send you the video because it's really large and through email would be really hard. So you're going to have access to these links, so we'll email them to you. And don't forget our next SOARR meeting dates. The next one's going to be in September. We did push it out a little bit because we know summer's coming, finals are coming, and all of those things. You guys are going to be super busy within the next couple of months. So our next one isn't going to be until September from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then our last one for the year, and I can't believe it, will be December 11th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. So our future meeting goals, the next one that we have in September, we're going to focus on retention. We're going to talk a little bit about how can we retain those in the early childhood field, but also in the scholarship. So we have scholars sometimes who will take a couple of classes in the associate and then we never hear from them again. So we want to make sure that we also are retaining those scholarship recipients so that way they follow through and they finish their degree. And then also
what's the September date again?
The 25th.
Okay.
And then our last meeting will be on engagement. So how can we continue to engage all early childhood professionals so they start feeling like professionals in the field? All right, so next steps. We want to feature you or your story. We're trying to think of different things that we can do to feature SOARR. So if any of you have ideas, please email them to your regional outreach coordinator and they'll get back to me. But this can be like, we can do things on Facebook with the marketing team. I do a scholar bulletin every quarter. We can do something on SOARR or feature one of your stories or something, but we want to hear from you. We also ask that you complete the follow-up feedback questionnaire. So after every meeting, you'll also be sent a questionnaire to fill out. And then also make sure that you're adding these meetings to your my goal section within the registry account because these meetings help meet that engagement piece. So we went over it last meeting of how to do that, but it's very simple. In your registry, on the left column, there's something that says my goals. You click on that and then just add this meeting date and the date that it was completed. So that way, when you do apply for the bonus, we do see that you have one of those engagement pieces, scholar engagement pieces already done. All right, so are there any questions? We're not going to do the trivia today, but are there any questions before we go and we let you free on your Saturday to go enjoy? Okay, so I'm going to ask your permission to take a picture of us with our SOARR shirts. Okay, so if you are not showing yourself, that it's okay if you don't feel comfortable. I know sometimes I'm on a Zoom meeting and I don't have my makeup on, so I'm like, oh, I'm not going to take a picture. So I completely understand, but I would really, really love it if we all showed our faces, showed our shirts, and our pride for being part of this group. I'll take a quick screenshot of us and then we'll say goodbye. Okay? All right, let's see if I can do this. All right, ready? On the count of 3, everybody say SOARR. 1, 2, 3. SOARR. I didn't hear you guys. Okay, before I let you guys go, I'm just going to make sure that went through. So I'm going to try and yes, it did. Yay. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. You guys are awesome. I'm just in awe right now. Just seeing everyone with their shirts and smiling and just all of your thoughts and your feedback. I'm just without words. So thank you guys very much. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Do something for yourself. Remember self-care. Somebody talked about, you know, taking time for yourself. That's their superpower, and just slowing down. I think that was Zaza. So just find something to do for you today. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.